Hello, 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 Gemini. This is Christelle Martinette with another weekly reading for the week starting March 14th. And I have here, this is post-eclipse week, and I know that many of you have felt it. I mean, if not all, we felt it in one way or another to varying degrees. I have with me the Egyptian Tarot, designed by an Italian publisher, and a Neapolitan deck, which is very dear to my heart, very old Neapolitan deck, and a set of emerald runes which work very well with the Egyptian tarot. A lot of different stories have come to light, come to me, and I saw that in one way or another, and people have felt it, either just losing things, or losing sight of things, or having greater losses. But what these eclipses hide usually is something that is something new coming. And let's see what this week holds for you, Gemini. Very interesting cards here. 1, 2, 3 major arcana, and all of the elements are represented. We have the swords, we have the wands, we have the we don't have the cups, we have the pentacles. Now, I'll show you the cards, but what I'm seeing here, first of all, is an extremely, the week is surrounded by a spiritual protection, and whether you decide to rest the week after this big, the consequences, the post-eclipse week, if you decide, whether you decide to rest, or whether you decide to charge ahead, aiming for your desires, or whether you decide to withdraw completely. I'm getting here that whatever you do and whatever you decide, you are moving toward greater spiritual reawakening, Gemini. And that has to do with love as well. That has to do with love. It's not an easy week. It's not a week that will just completely shine and shatter, scatter all its love all over you. But it's a week of meditation. It's a week of pondering. It's a week of rest as well. But also it's a week of drive. Many of you, when I say it almost sounds like an oxymoron what I just said, but the rest calls for a meditative state where you can gather your strength to use your energy, your thoughts, in a certain specific way. Or the week calls for complete withdrawal. But it is a moment where you are able to understand decisions that you have to take and what to decide. But we do have here the notion that the heaviness of the past weeks is behind you. Let me show you the cards. We have the High Priestess, the Two of Swords, the Four of Swords, the Ten of Wands, and the focus card in the middle is this Wheel of Fortune. Turning toward the Knight of Wands. Then the last row is the Eight of Wands, the Hermit card, and the Ace of Pentacles. Look at that. Beautiful. The Ace of Pentacles. Now, I will use my Neapolitan cards on this, but as I said, you know, it's a week that any way you cut it, it will lead you to spiritual evolution. And the Wheel of Fortune does turn, and it's taking with it all of these 8, 10 of Wands, the 2 of Swords, the 4 of Swords. It's taking it with it and moving toward the Ace of Pentacles. Now, there is a special light to this, and what is it coming from? It's emanating from the 2 of Swords at the top. The 2 of Swords is in the middle of the top row. And, excuse me, the 2 of Swords also mirrors the Hermit card. And it is a card that is speaking to decisions that you have to make, difficult decisions that you take, that you need to make, and that you really want to give second thoughts to. This is the proper week for that. This is the week where that's fertile for that kind of work. I'm going to take now the Neapolitan cards and start with the 2 of Swords at the top. Let's see the nature of this kind of work. The nature of the decisions that you have to take. All right, now, I have here the 5 of Swords and the 6 of Swords. This is a progression, 5 and 6. Now, obviously moving to a better place from the 5 that really here I feel talks to regrets in terms of your past actions. You have something that you didn't like, you know, maybe a choice you made that you didn't like. In between them is the 6 of Cups, and this is the Cups that was missing. I said, you know, there's no water energy here. Well, here it is. And it is a person coming in your life. Now, or that person has recently come because it's over the card of decision. But in any case, if you are coupled, this may call to mind a decision that you have to take. And if you're not coupled, whether you prefer staying alone. Okay, so that is the nature of the decision that you have to make. Now, I'm also going to take a the Neapolitan cards on the 4 of Swords. Okay, here are more cups. Okay, the 2 of Cups here. 6 of Coins, the Page of Swords, and the 6 and the 2 of Cups. It seems that you're looking to rationalize both the bedroom and the emotions. It's this is a practical card. This is the here and now, and this is the situation that you are in. It speaks of practical things. It really speaks to the bedroom. It really speaks to sexual activity and your passions. But mirroring the emotions. Now, you really need to get to the truth of what you want. It's a decision you have to understand. It's a decision, you know, it's over the 4 of Swords, and you can take this time to get to that. I'm going to take now the, let's see, the 8 of Wands here. Oh, the 8 of Wands. Here, more cups. More cups. The Holy Grail, the Ace of Cups. The 3 of Cups, Rejoice. And the 4 of Pentacles, which speaks to the ashes. You are rising from your ashes emotionally here. This is the 8 of Wands. Now, you know, there are these cards of resting and drawing within, the 4 of Swords and the Hermit card. But there are also cards of passion and moving forward, the Knight of Wands and the Ace of Wands. And they have to do with an emotional situation and you coming forth. It's fundamental for you to take this time to then be spiritually renewed. I'm going to take the runes here to see what they can add to this. Yeah, there's a push-pull energy, there's a push-pull energy. But they are telling you to take your time. They are telling you to take all of the time this week, next week, that it takes for you to weigh and see where the scales tip and see what you really are looking for. And, pair draw, it starts with pair draw here at the bottom. There is a projection here and here. 3 and 3 cards, 3 and 3 runes. And pair draw does speak to the nature of your intuitive sense and your spiritual realm. And Lagos is Merkstave, and it's telling me that it is sort of an area that hasn't been developed enough, where most of you be lacking. I'll give you an example. You would really like to talk to your spirit guides, but you don't know how. You don't hear, you don't sense, you don't feel, okay? You get messages erratically and you don't know how to control that. You don't know what they mean, all right? So this is what Lagos says. There's this Lagos and Lagus. There is a very refined moment that it's as if you were in a moment of grace. It can go or not, and you really need to take the time to develop that. And the last rune in this 3 series is Yera. And Yera, like I say to the rest of the group here, it marks time. Take the time to understand. Take the time to develop that. Now, the side here we have Isa, we have Ewats and Ing. And Ewats is the journeying room. It is telling you that it is a journey. This is a necessary journey that you have to take. And it's led to success. It's leading to success with Ing. And, this rune, Isa, means that in this position next to the journeying room and the Ing success room is telling me that you have a moment now where you're stopped. You are stopped. You're still. And really do sense that you need that time to go within and understand, Gemini friends. I do hope that this has helped you for the week starting 14th of March. Until we read again, Gemini, bye-bye.